Hey everybody, welcome back to James Plays Until Dawn. This is not a good thing to leave like this, but the game disagrees with me. So, maybe Chekhov's faulty car battery will come into play later on, who knows? We are continuing into the old hotel area, which is falling apart around us. There's a ghost. There's a psychopath who I'm almost positive I know who it is now. Hey, why is everything gotta be a thing? Why would there be so many mannequins anyway, huh? But you know what? Let's examine this for a moment. People chained up against a wall. Bottom halves missing. Almost like somebody was practicing setting something up to execute later. Save it for the chapter wrap-up. God, I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez. This is so enticing.
They've been used. This has all been used.
Oh, boy. You think all this stuff is his?
Yep.
Unless the Washingtons were into some freaky shit in their spare time, then yeah, probably.
Oh, maybe it's both. I don't like the sudden change in camera angles. Don't do that to me, game. Just wanted to look over here. This is the old hotel kitchen.
Oh,
Hey!
no, you've got to be kidding me. Repulse him!
This can't be for eating.
Why the hell is that here?
It's like a goddamn grindhouse movie in here.
A dead pig with all of its guts removed. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. We are actually pretty close to finishing up all of these, huh? Wow. All right. Let's just... Yeah, it's recently been gutted. Almost like somebody needed the guts for something. If the game doesn't get to the point, I will. I'll just say it looked really convincing, because I doubted it. I went back and I looked, and I couldn't see it being set up in a way that would give any hints that it was faked. And I've been proven wrong.
That's us.
Who has the X's over their eyes? Emily does. That's... Uh-oh. Does that mean that... No. No, that can't be. 'Cause... he wouldn't know that she's dead. He couldn't. Where... There's no picture of Matt. Wow, racist.
I mean, what is this, like a fucking hit list? Christ.
Oh, wait, there's no picture of Jess either.
Oh, not good.
Not as racist. Okay. Why? What? He doesn't have a problem with Matt or Jess? I mean, okay, door over there. How about this thing over here? You wanna do something with that? No? Alright, what is... Interest. Okay, that looks like the way to go then, so were we just gonna fuck with this for the sake of fucking with it? No, that's a way too. Alright, there's something important in there. I'll go this way first then. Or... Oh, I hate being indecisive like this. I'm gonna go... The door was first on the trip here. And it looks just like a regular old room with a camera in it. We can check it out, and then we can go down the other way.
Hello?
Oh my god, I can't
Oh
believe
God.
you actually did this.
Chris, it's from last
You
year.
guys think this is a little bit... come on. She
Stupid
deserves
prank.
it.
How'd you get all these camera
This is a little-
angles?
This is a little uncomfortable, huh?
She's here.
I've never seen
How'd
this
you get-
video. She's just so...
Oh,
So,
Matt was recording it.
She's so excited.
It's Hannah.
And alive.
Hey, Hannah.
she has no idea.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god. She's
Wow.
taking her shirt off.
Forgot you were such a willful participant.
Wow.
Here.
Wow, Chris. Wow.
This is horrible. Couldn't feel worse.
Bet you could.
Looks like you were enjoying yourself.
I bet you
It's the
will.
worst part, isn't it? We were just playing a joke. It was supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
I never want to see this video ever again.
I just remembered Chris was passed out. Chris had nothing to do with this.
Oh, Chris! What is going on?
Ash, slow down, okay?
I can't handle this. Ghosts and these videos and everything just flying
calm down.
around.
Listen to me for a
What?
second.
What? Calm down? Why should I calm down, Chris? I am freaking
This
out
has
right
got
now.
to be someone messing with us.
What?
Think about it. Ghosts don't hook up video cameras. They don't play games.
Then who would set this all up? Seriously, I'm asking.
I don't know. Maybe the same person who tied you up and killed Josh?
Yeah, right.
The same person who might have Sam right now.
Maybe you're right.
I wish I wasn't.
Anyway, yeah. Chris was passed out with Josh, so he wasn't really involved with the stuff. I forgot about that. And so he wouldn't be really aware of exactly how it all played out. Just retellings. So, okay, yeah, he's like, he didn't realize she was, like, so into it or whatever. Fine, but still, wow, Chris. See if I spare your feelings next time. Actually, no, I didn't spare your feelings. Fair. Fair. Alright. Still. This keeps going this way? Nope, dead end. Alright.
Oh, crap. Look at that.
Blood?
Might be Sam's. All right, let me see if I can get this. Yeah, I got it, but oh damn, this thing is heavy.
Be careful.
You gotta come through, Ash. I can't hold it.
Oh,
Come on.
Chris!
Wait, what?
I think I just saw Sam over there.
Ash, are you sure?
I don't know, but come on, I think we should check it out.
That's not...
Well,
No.
I'm pretty sure whoever's bleeding came through here, okay? So we really gotta get moving, like now.
That's not Sam. We're not investigating that movement. We're following Chris because...
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm coming.
I will show you why, because...
Oh,
Alright. Hold on. Ignore the clown for a moment. Just stay with me here. Okay, well, never mind that. Hold on. This. Just saying. Just saying. Save it for the chapter wrap-up, but just saying. Okay? Moving on. The clown wearing Sam's jacket. That might be Sam. In which case, that's fucked up.
I don't get it. Why would anybody want to make this place any cooler? It's freezing.
God only knows what goes on inside this guy's head, man.
Well, you know, if you got dead pigs laying around, you want to keep them fresh. Yeah, okay, music swell, go ahead. Yep.
Wait, those are Sam.
Yeah, those are Sam's clothes. That's just...
Sick. I'd say this is just sick.
So the psycho has been down here, for sure.
Do you think he's still down here?
I hope not.
Yes, I do.
Why is this thing even here?
$1 million question.
It's almost like somebody kind of has maybe a thing for Sam. Or maybe he's fucking with people just for the sake of it. But maybe he's got a thing for Sam. And pigs. So many pigs! Did you really need this many pigs? Nobody needs this many pigs.
Sam?
Shiny over here. That's the room. We're gonna ignore it because it might be a thing that I don't like. Gonna just maybe take a peek around the corner here. You could maybe look through here. You can see what's going on before you open the door. But you're not gonna do that. We got another door over here. Might as well... Always feel like I'm just going to be missing things, though. I hate it. I hate it. I hate the feeling like as soon as I press... If I go too far, or if I press a button, that I'm going to miss something. So it's like I could open that door and boom, miss out on things. Or I could open this door and boom, miss out on things. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, Chris. Oh, no.
Hello?
Sam?
She's in a towel. She's got to be a... I hate this. I hate everything. But I love you, okay? Yeah, she's fine. Okay, good.
Is she dead? Holy shit, holy shit.
She's not dead.
How do you know?
She's still breathing.
What the hell is wrong?
And she's been knocked out.
Oh, oh no, 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 no. This is bad. This
Peekaboo.
is bad. We've got to
Peekaboo.
get her out of here. Oh, shit.
Scissors. Stab. Hey, oh, wait.
Stay the hell away from me.
Oh, son of a... Poop. I panicked. Although... maybe it's for the best.
Shit. Oh, crap. Ash! Ash! Shit, I'm gonna murder his fucking face off.
He's got a free hand.
This is him.
No, Chris.
This is the guy who killed
Oh,
No, God.
you murdered piece of shit!
Look
monster!
around. We're gonna die, Chris. I don't think I'm ready to die.
No one is going to die.
I wish I could tell you. It's just not fair.
What? Tell me what?
It's too late. Chris, what's the point?
Stop it. Just say.
We're always talking around it. And now, I mean, we've wasted everything.
Ashley, none of it was wasted.
What do you mean?
Every second that I spent with you was the only thing I ever wanted to do with my time.
What are you saying, Chris?
Sorry. I should have told you how I felt.
Chris.
Ashley, I swear when we get out of this... Oh, God!
No.
Ashley, I'll get you out of this. I won't let you die.
Hello there, my special little subjects.
So
Shit.
scared, Chris.
Don't be scared.
Oh, you should be, Ash. Because here's the twist. Chris has made one fatal choice already today. And now, he must make another. Chris, you can take that gun in front of you and shoot Ashley, or you can shoot yourself. Whoever is left can live. The choice is yours. Don't be so silly, Chris.
All right, what are we doing? No, hey, whoa, 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 no, 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 no. That's not what I thought I was looking around.
No! No, God, no! Chris!
No,
Oh, God, oh,
no, no. Let's just... No, stop, no, everything is for... I'm putting faith in this.
No!
You have gone too far now. Don't you see? Huh? Don't you see that this torture porn has gone too far? Huh? Now what gives you the right to play God in these people's lives? What makes you so special then? Huh? You're sick! You're a sick fuck!
Wow.
Now,
Is that
what the hell have you done to
your
them?
medical opinion
Huh?
there?
What the hell have you done to them? Psychopath. Psychopath!
Hey everybody, welcome to the chapter wrap-up. Now normally I'd be starting things off by going over the things that I missed collecting the first time around, but I didn't actually miss anything this time. So let's get right on into the totem reviews. First up, in the sanatorium grounds here with Mike, you pick up a fortune totem. Seems to show Matt successfully escaping from a monster. You see a pretty heavy steel door there. It looks like something built into the side of the mountain. Could be the sanatorium, or it could be a mine entrance, something like that. We will hopefully see this. Now, something I hope we don't see is the lost totem that Mike finds shortly after getting inside the sanatorium. It shows a monster bashing in somebody's face. I think it's Matt, based on the letter jacket, but since he doesn't have a face, I can't be 100% sure. Also, as I pointed out during the playthrough, here is a still of the monster from this vision. Now we go on to the death totem that Mike finds towards the end of his part in this chapter. Shows him igniting some sort of flammable vapor, maybe a gas leak, something like that, to take himself out and somebody else. We go to another screenshot here. Yeah. Now playing as Matt, we have 3 more totems to find for this chapter. The first one is the death totem located near the cable car station, and it shows Matt falling and dying. I don't know for sure if we've avoided this or not. We've had Matt in some pretty high places where he could have possibly fallen and died. but it may also be something that's still coming up. So, gonna have to watch out for that one. Next, after scaling along the side of the cable car station, we find a guidance totem, which shows Emily giving a flare gun to Matt. We've already done this in the game, and hopefully it was the right decision. And finally, for this chapter, we get a fortune totem located near the cliff edge. And it shows Chris running into a house and closing the door behind him. You also hear the scream of the monster. So, presumably, he successfully escapes with his life from the monster. Also note, both Chris and Ashley are alive here. And then the only totem in the next chapter is one that we get with Emily right at the base of the fire tower. And this is our last guidance totem of the game. And it shows Chris with a pained expression as he puts down a gun. Pretty sure we have encountered this scenario as well. And again, hopefully we will have made the right decision. Now to take a look at some totems from chapters past, going all the way back to chapter 2, we have the guidance totem Chris finds outside the lodge. We already analyzed this. Man in an undershirt, ghostly pale arm, and a trap. Well, here we have Mike in an undershirt and a ghostly pale arm. I opted not to check if it was in fact a trap. I figured it was safe to just move along. Then we have the danger totem that Mike finds outside the generator shed. Shows Ash getting punched in the face. Now, there are a few differences between these two scenes, and I think what happened is we did not stab the guy with the scissors. That meant no blood on him from a wound, and no reason to punch her. He just gassed her. Much better. And in chapter 3, we have the danger totem that showed the deer. And there's the deer, yep. I think it's safe to say that the totems are going to be very, very close to what actually happens in the game, so we don't have to read too much into things. And finally, the guidance totem that Mike finds when he's chasing after Jess. And there we are. We didn't hit the pupper, and the pupper is our friend forever, and I love him. Even though he scared me. Alright, time for a little bit of speculation, and a lot of spoilers. We're pretty far into the game, things are coming together, so some things I'm pretty sure I know, and other things I'm definitely sure I know. So the things I'm going to be talking about here, I would say are spoilers for the rest of the game. So don't listen if you don't want to know what's going to be happening. So Josh is totally the killer. Although I guess technically he's not a killer because the only person that he would have killed is himself, and he didn't even do that. So Josh is the psycho. So why do I say Josh is the psycho? Well, let's take a look at what we know about the psycho, starting with what we thought we knew. You see, from the start, we were being led to believe that there was a convicted arsonist named Victor Milgram who had a grudge against the Washington family. Given everything else going on, it certainly seemed plausible, though there were a few suspicious things. For example, the wanted poster conveniently having the suspect's face torn off it, or how Victor Milgram would be almost 70 years old, and we're expected to believe he'd be stalking around these frigid mountains. Still, there is someone stalking around these mountains, and I even went so far as to say I thought Victor Milgram was this person's father. But now we know the newspaper clipping Chris finds is fake, so it's safe to say there is no Victor Milgram, just a fictional character created to throw us off the scent of who the person behind the mask really is. Now, the psycho has pretty good knowledge of the lodge itself and the surrounding area, setting up spooks and scares, hanging out in the abandoned area of the old hotel, and even placing orders for things like saw blades and light bulbs to be delivered at the lodge. not to mention the pigs that definitely aren't native to these mountains. So, we either have someone who is very good at squatting, or they're familiar enough with this place because they own the dang place. But we saw Josh die, I hear you say, you idiots. But no, you're right, we absolutely did see Josh get sawed in half like a failed David Copperfield performance. And I even went back and looked to see if there were any indications that this was faked, and couldn't find anything that suggested as much. Still, we know there is a fairly decent supply of spare blood and guts, courtesy of those dead pigs hanging around, and we know Josh's father is a director and lover of horror films. Not only could this explain the ability to create a practical and believable gore fest, but it could also explain these darn ghosts. Maybe. I mean, I'm kind of meeting the game more than halfway to say these are all fake, but if Scooby-Doo could do it, why can't Until Dawn? And finally, the most damning piece of evidence. The Psycho uses a vocal alteration to mask their real voice. With my limited skills, I attempted to remove some of that artificial warbling and shifted the pitch back up. Let's listen, shall we?
Hello, Samantha. Looking for me? I don't think you'll have much luck by looking, Samantha.
So yeah, this is totally Josh tormenting his friends as revenge for what happened to his sisters last year. Although I don't know why he'd be going after Chris. He had nothing to do with it. He was with Josh. Oh my god.
In on this, Putz?
No, but I wish I was. That was too good.
Now let's talk about the monster. I've already come out and said I believe the monster in this game is a Wendigo. But where the hell did I pull that from? My ass? For those of you that don't know, a Wendigo is a creature from Native American folklore, and this game definitely connects itself to Native American culture in both its story and its gameplay elements. The Wendigo is also closely related to cannibalism, something very strongly suggested in the clues relating to 1952 and the events of the past video. The idea behind the Wendigo is a cautionary tale in times of cold and famine, as a way of deterring people from chowing down on one another when there's nothing else to eat. If someone were to do such a thing, they would turn into a Wendigo, and I'll let the words of the late scholar Basil Johnston describe exactly what you would become.
The Wendigo was gaunt to the point of emaciation. Its desiccated skin pulled tightly over its bones. With its bones pushing out against its skin, its complexion the ash gray of death, and its eyes pushed back deep into their sockets. The Wendigo looked like a gaunt skeleton, recently disinterred from the grave. What lips it had were tattered and bloody. Unclean and suffering from suppurations of the flesh, the Wendigo gave off a strange and eerie odor of decay and decomposition, of death and corruption.
So you could say there's a lot of similarities between a Wendigo and modern-day zombies, and as a fan of both folklore and horror, and Marvel Comics, this is why something as seemingly obscure as a Wendigo was on my mind as the answer to what the heck is going on here. And as I delved in deeper to provide more information regarding this speculation, I fell down a rabbit hole that absolutely confirmed my suspicions. You see, a rather notable bit of literature was published in 1910, bringing a variation of the Wendigo mythos to the attention of, well, white people, I guess. A novella appropriately called The Wendigo was written by one Algernon Blackwood, and this game is set on Blackwood Mountain. Not a coincidence. Then there's this fellow. This is Larry Fessenden, and he makes movies. Directing, writing, editing, producing, you name it. He's got fingers in all them pies, baby. And one of those pies was a little movie called, wait for it, Wendigo. That's right. Not only that, but he's created and been involved in a number of projects that involve the Wendigo, because he likes it. A lot. And this is relevant because if you remember, Larry's credited as a writer on this very game. Wendigo, baby. Or rather, Wendigos. Plural. Because this and this look different enough to suggest we've got at least a couple of these things running around. Hell, for all I know, all 12 of those miners turned. And Wendigos don't die of old age. Speaking of Larry, he's also credited in the cast. And not only have you seen his character, you've heard him too. He's the voice in the Events of the Past video. And the more of that we uncover, the clearer it becomes that he's the guy hanging around these mountains with the wolves and the flamethrower and all that business. Dude's hunting Wendigos for sure. Now before we watch the updated Events of the Past video, just one more little bit about Larry. He's credited as a producer for films such as Hypothermia, Bitter Feast, The Innkeepers, Stakeland, and The House of the Devil. Isn't that cute?
Horrible thing, and I defeated. Sometime after, the prospectors came to mine this mountain until a cave-in trapped us again. And there were dozens of men, no food, no light. And in that blackness, the hunger came. They were consumed by their abominable cravings and driven mad. Murderers, cannibals, eating human flesh. Wounds and many hunts. My grasp beyond my reach. A year ago, I was finally able to get him in my sights. I couldn't save you.